It is a new month with a lot of back to school expenses, so come and budget with me for August 2022. Hey there, Brittany Flammer here with videos every week on my channel about budgeting and money saving tips for you and your family. Today I'm sharing with you our actual numbers for our budget for August. I like to use a spreadsheet. You can snag mine for a couple of dollars in my shop or just use whatever works for you. But let me show you how our budget works. Our baseline frame of reference, we are a family of 7 with 5 kids at home living in northern Utah. Now let's get to the budget. Starting with our income, my husband is a teacher and he is on salary. He got a little bit extra for this month for some trainings that he went to. And he is actually paid at the beginning of the summer. So he got a huge chunk of change at the beginning of the summer. We just set it aside in an online savings account, and then when he would normally get paid at the end of the month, I'll transfer this money in. But this is what, so I know this is exactly what he's getting paid for the month because we've already got it. For the LLC, this is my income that's anticipated for my business, for everything I sell on Etsy, the money I make with ads on YouTube. I'm anticipating about 100. And no income for side jobs. My husband will start back to teaching, and even before that, we are doing tons of house projects, so he doesn't have time to do side jobs. So total income, $5,274 for the month of August. Now it is a zero-based budget, so I want the money I spend to equal the money that came in. So I want all of my expenses to add up to $5,274. So let's go ahead and do that. Tithing, we are Christians. We donate 10% of our gross income plus some money to humanitarian, plus some money for fast offerings every month. It comes out in one payment, so I'm anticipating about $800 for that. Our mortgage, it's fixed at $1,300 a month. Our actual mortgage is $12 something a month, but I have it automatically paid and we round up to $1,300 a month. Electricity, $15 per month. We do have solar panels, so our electricity bill is quite low. Natural gas, $72. They take our average for the past 12 months, so we just pay $72 every month, and then they'll have to readjust it at the end of that 12 months. Water and sewer, it is summer and hot, so our bill is usually around $100, but we are using a lot more water to water our lawn, even though we're not using as much as we should because our lawn is not looking very good. Life insurance is fixed. This is term life insurance for both my husband and myself. However, we probably should go in and up this. The last year, my husband started making more money, so we probably should increase his insurance, but we have not done that yet. Car insurance is fixed at $105. Our phone bill, $30 a month. This is for our cell phones. We are just added to a family member's plan, so it's $15 per line, so that's why it's so cheap. Internet, $58 per month is fixed. Gas for our cars, $250 a month. Piano, this is for 3 of our kids to take piano lessons. I had someone ask me how we did it so cheaply, and that's because, first of all, we live in northern Utah where things for kids tend to be a lot cheaper here than everywhere else we've ever lived. Cost of living is a little bit lower, but also people have a lot of kids here. So we also take lessons from a relative, and she gives us a discounted rate. So total fixed expenses, just under $3,000. Now let's go on to the variable expenses. I like to keep these separate because these are the expenses that I have a lot more control over. Groceries, $700. We're going back to school, so I'm gonna have to figure out school lunches and buy supplies for all of that. So $700 is higher than usual. Eating out, this is for my husband and I go out probably once. Clothes, I'm putting $200 towards our clothes budget for the month because it is back to school. Our oldest daughter pays for her own clothes, but the rest of the kids I buy for, and we have a lot of clothes on hand that they get handed down or that I buy off season when they're on sale. So they have some clothes, but we will have to buy some more, and shoes, everything just adds up. Kids money, $50 per month. Our kids, we have a money system for our kids. They have to do jobs in order to get their screen time, but then if they do everything, they also get paid some money. So we anticipate $50 a month for them. Gifts, $30. I can't think of a single thing that we have to pay a gift for August, but inevitably birthday parties or wedding or friend's birthday, something inevitably comes up. So I like putting some for that. Fun money, $25 for myself, $25 for my husband to do whatever we want with. And babysitter, $25. If we go out and hire a real babysitter, this would be for like one evening or a couple evenings if we pay our oldest two daughters to watch the younger boys. So total variable expenses ends up being a little over $1,000. Now, if I start at the beginning of the month and have $1,000, I will blow through it and then have nothing at the end of the month. So I like to divide it into weeks. So for 4 weeks for the month of August, I would get $270 per week. So I only have to make it 7 days and then I can restart my budget. So that's how I like to do it. You don't have to do that if you don't want, but that's how I like to do it. We do not have any debts besides our mortgage, so I'm going to move on to the sinking funds or the savings category. For our emergency fund, we have a fully funded emergency fund, so I'm not adding anything into it. For house maintenance, I'm putting $150 into this. We have a large home and a large yard, so there's just a lot of expenses that come up with lawn care, sprinklers, winterizing the house. There's just a lot that comes up. So I'm putting $150 in. I like to put money in every month. Then when we have an expense that comes up, we have the money for it. Flooring, we're not adding anything to. Vacation, we are not adding anything to that for right now. House updates, $250. Whatever I can find to squeeze out of our budget, I like to put towards house updates. This is for fun projects on our house, not things that we necessarily need. Like we just expanded our deck and updated our kitchen. At some point, we'd like to add another garage to our house. So whenever I can, I put money into an account for that. Car expenses, $100 for the month. This is just for regular maintenance on our cars, like registration, oil changes, tire rotations, things like that are just regular wear and tear on our vehicles, so that whenever that expense comes up, we've got the money there for it. Christmas, $25 we're putting into our account. Now, $25 every month is not going to give us a lot for Christmas, but we also use the cash back from our credit card. We accumulate all year long, then at the end of the year we cash it in to pay for Christmas. So between those two, we'll pay for Christmas. Kids extracurricular expenses, I'm putting $75 into that for the month. This is for non-monthly expenses. For example, I just signed up one of our kids for volleyball for the fall and one for soccer for the fall. And these are not monthly expenses, so it's hard to fit into the budget. So I like to put some money in every month so that when those expenses come up, I've got the money in the account. Bike maintenance, $25. This goes onto my husband's Cube card, and he has that debit card to spend money when he needs to repair something on his bike. Extra mortgage payment, $100 for the month. This, whatever I make from my business, we're just applying towards our mortgage as an extra payment. Roth IRA, this is for me for retirement, $350. My husband has money taken out for a Roth IRA from the paycheck. So his is put away from his paycheck before we get paid, and then mine we put away after we get paid. Mutual funds, $150. This is invested for some sort of investment for the future. Maybe in my mind, I'm thinking a rental property in the future, but who knows what. Total money into savings is $1,225, which is 23% of our total income. I always try to put at least 20% into savings, so I like seeing that percentage there. 46 cents we had left over that I'm just gonna leave where it is. If you want to see how we do with our actual budget for August, then make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you get notified. At the end of the month, I do a budget report for every month showing you the exact numbers, how much we spent on everything, so you can see how we did. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.